Buy a classic Mercedes, Chris said. It'll be a fun project, Chris said. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Switching Lanes Detroit. I'm TJ, one half of the Switching Lanes crew. Before we go any further, if you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe at the bottom. We do appreciate it. So I've been going for a minute. Haven't really filmed anything because of obviously everything that's been going on. Been really busy at work, so I kind of put the Mercedes on the shelf for a while. But I think I figured out why it's not running. And because of the pandemic, shipping has been horrible, but we finally got parts now. See, parts delivered that fast. Look at that, freaky fast, like Jimmy John's, right? You think this will get the Mercedes running? All right, I'm gonna take her word for it. So I have been working on the Merc a little bit, just like going through the ignition system and everything. I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of just looking at forums and things like that, trying to figure out what it could possibly be, and this is what we came up with. It's kind of unique. The old Mercs, pull that off the grill like so. Now with these old Mercs, they have what they call like a service position for the hood, and this is how that works. Push this latch back down like that. You come over to the other side and push that one in, and then you go all the way up, then make sure it snaps, then it locks into place. That's pretty cool right there. So you have all this open area to where you're not bumping your head on top of the hood. So that's pretty slick. Right, so pretty much this wiring harness I can't use. It's actually too new for this car. My car is a 91, and this wiring harness, upper wiring harness, came off of a 94, I believe. So it just, none of the plugs work for mine. So what we're going to do is probably sell that on eBay or like one of the Mercedes groups or something like that. Use that money and buy the right one for this, which I think I've seen them on eBay for a few $100s. I think the cheapest was like 2 something and the most expensive was like 5 something. So maybe we can go somewhere in the middle. And all right, so as you guys remember from before, we ruled out it being a fuel issue. If you didn't catch that video, hit that at the top and you can go check that video out. It's a couple videos, it's 2 actually. All right, so we ruled that out. It's getting fuel, the fuel pump is kicking on. So after reading and all of that good stuff, what we came up with is the ignition coil, which is right here. And I actually bought a new one. Now this is the old one. You can see down inside there, like the crud and everything like that. So I bought a new one, but it was actually the wrong one. I bought it off Amazon. it was a good price, man, and it happened to be the wrong part. So as you can see, the problem right here is that this one is backwards. So it would mount up against that bracket like that, but it was backwards. So what I did is I cleaned up a lot of the terminal ends and everything like that. I cleaned up all of that. As you can see, this right here, this ground was actually corroded down here. So I took that off, snipped it, put some new ends on it, got that all cleaned up. So that looks much better now. So going down the list, another problem with these is the crankshaft sensor goes bad. So the crankshaft sensor connects to this right here, which is the EZL ignition control module, but EZL for short. This plug right here, if you can see that. So this plug right here connects to, we won't be able to see it, but it's back here between the engine and the transmission, and that is the crankshaft sensor. And what does the crankshaft sensor do? Just look below. All right, that's what the crankshaft sensor does. That part by itself is like 150 bones. So we were going to hold off on that and dig a little deeper first before we just go replacing one cable and plug for 150 bones. So the next thing was I checked the car for spark. So what I did is I pulled out a couple of the spark plugs, not at the same time, one at a time, and plugged it into the wire like so. Just like that. And I grounded it off, and I had my wife, you know, crank the car over, and I wasn't getting any spark. So obviously there's a reason why I'm not getting spark to the spark plug, well, through the wire to the spark plugs, and that would be either the distributor cap right here, or it would be this thing which goes inside the distributor cap, and it's called a rotor. When you turn the engine over, this turns and it actually sits on there and it strikes those ends. So if you can see these ends, I actually tried to clean them up, but I don't think it worked. I actually went back and ordered spark plugs. I should have put it on that same order, but I wasn't for sure. I was trying to find them a little cheaper, but so I had to pay more shipping. I know. Hold on. A little sweat. Oh, okay. This is a fat man hack right here. When it's 90 degrees outside, carry around a little washcloth, a little old washcloth like that. So now with the washcloth, you can just roll up and stick in your pocket and conceal that like so. Or if you're at like a family barbecue or something, I use a hand towel. Yeah, that's called the fat man sweat towel. Yeah, that's a fat man sweat hack right there. So you can just pull that out and get that sweat and keep on going. And usually when I'm dressed up for, you know, a barbecue or outing or something, it matches my outfit, you know, gotta stay coordinated. So yeah, there you go. Don't say I didn't give you anything. But so okay, where were we? Okay, so I got the new cap, new rotor. I don't know this brand, but I went with Bosch. And from what I read, spark plugs. Now, these are the plugs that was in it, which they don't look horrible, but they're auto lights. Now, auto lights, I think you can get these from like AutoZone or Advanced or something like that. They're fairly cheap. They're not the most expensive, but what I read and what I watched on some videos is that with these old Mercs, don't use platinum plugs. They run good with copper core plug. I can't tell if this copper or not, but I know your first thought is, okay, if you have the money, jump right to the platinums. You think it's going to be better, but no. So I ordered 6 from FCP Euro again, and they should be here. They're telling me the 5th. So if I ordered them yesterday, they probably will be here probably Saturday, maybe on the 4th. That'll be nice. I know it's supposed to be like 91, but we'll get them in. Okay, so that's pretty much where we're at right now. And I was looking inside here. Yeah, that looks, I don't know if that's supposed to be rusty or not. It looks a little rough, but we got to clean all of that up. And the engine looks rough right now, a lot of oil and things, because I believe the valve cover gasket was leaking, or is, I'm not for sure. But like a lot of this stuff down in here, this oil crud, we're gonna get all of that cleaned up. Take this cover off right here, get all of that cleaned up before we put the new parts on. Get the battery charged and go for what we know. I'm not gonna try to crank it until I put the new plugs in, because I want everything new. So therefore, when we try to fire, we hope for the best, and you guys will be here with me for that journey. So once we do the cap, the rotor, and the plugs, and it doesn't start, then we'll move toward the coil. Now, if we change the coil and that doesn't work, okay, now then we can start looking at the crankshaft sensor, not the cam, the crankshaft sensor, and from there we just throw the car in the garden. No, I'm joking. Then from there we'll move more into the wiring harness. I tried to follow it some. As you can see, like, see this right here broke off and corroded. This actually goes here. Now what this does is it's a sensor for the dual fans up here. So now that this is broke, as soon as you turn the key on, the fans automatically come on and stay on. But when this was connected, once the temperature, once it rises to a certain temperature, then it tells, you know, it sends a signal, and then the fans kick on to cool it down, because it actually has 3 fans. Yeah, pretty advanced. I don't know why you need that many, but that tells me that these cars probably run a little warm. So yeah, let me get to the unboxing, but that's pretty much it right now. That's kind of where we stand. Is we got the capper rotor, hopefully it's the right one, and we're waiting on plugs. We get all of that put in, and we try to fire it up, man, and we put a charger on the battery, give it a little bit more juice, because this thing sucks a lot of juice when you try to start it. It's amazing how fast it kills the battery when you're trying to crank it over. So yeah, and then we'll follow the wiring harness. That's what I was saying. It's pretty simple. It's not a very complicated wiring harness, so that's good. Just to make sure there's no wires broken anywhere. All right, so we'll use our trusty BMW knife here. It's probably dull as ever. Go in there. Now I gotta hold the camera and do this at the same time, so work with me here. Go ahead and put our nice little BMW knife back. Open this up like so. Let's see what we have. Oh, the package is nice. Good. Let's see that. Alright, check this out. So here's the new rotor. Oh, they even give you new screws with it, so that's slick. So, if we could see that, I mean, we could that upside down. So yeah, I have to take this out, but yeah, they look pretty much identical. So that's a good thing. All right, so now here's the O-ring for the distributor that goes on there. All right, here we go. It's like Christmas, except I paid for it myself. Self-love. Self-love, my friends. All right. Looks fancy. Look at those terminal ends. See, look how clean those are. Well built. Like I said, Bosch. Yeah. And known for having quality parts. So. And it comes with new screws. Okay, so that's cool. So, just look at it next to that one. And we make sure, yep, they're all numbered and everything like that, because you don't just go pulling them off unless you know your firing order of the car, which I know this one, I looked it up, but I'm still going to do one by one. It's kind of weird though, this one is a little thinner. Maybe that's a good sign. Maybe this was just a bad, cheap one or something. I don't know. Look how heavy and thick that one is compared to that one. A little bit of a difference. Wee bit. All right, cool. Yeah. So that's where we stand right now. That looks like it's going to work and mount on. Let's just see. We got, oh, of course, we got that wire up. Yep, that's going to work. See, that sits in there much more flush. Man, I hope that's a good sign. Look at that. That sits in there nice and flush. Wow. And there's actually a cover that goes over that too. So, oh, okay. I'm liking that already. And then yeah, we get that on there. Throw that in there. All right. Now this is my my first time ordering from this FCP Auto, or FCP Euro. I'm sorry. They specialize with Mercedes, Land Rover, Audi, BMW, somebody else. So, and they got it here in 2-day shipping, so I will be using them more. And hopefully they see this video and, you know, the rest. Free parts, I think, or something. Discounts. I'll go with a discount, you know. But, Yes, so that's where we're at right now. So like I said, I have been working on it. It's just a slow burn, but we're getting back to it now that things are opening up, and I won't say they're slowing down, but you know, we're gonna get it running, man. That's what we're gonna do. That's my goal. This car will not defeat me, and now no car is gonna defeat me. So because as soon as my dream car come up for sale for the right price, and I'm getting it, and that's a 96 Impala. So just in case you were wondering, but yeah. All right, man. So like and subscribe, please. We do appreciate it. Check out all our other videos. Like I said, Chris put up a video about a week or so ago. Check out his video, and hopefully by Saturday, our spark plugs are here, so we can get this buttoned up, and I'll bring you guys along with that, and we're gonna twist our fingers together and hope this thing starts up, because if it starts up, I'm taking every one of y'all for a cruise. Not really, but you can buy it. Catch you next time. Peace.